to begin with. But with the possibility that she was somehow being purposely systematically destroyed, I thought about specific events. E.g., I know she shaved her head, but it is never clear why she shaved her head. I mean, was it drugs, bad hair day, lice, or maybe she is just a little out there. Then she had the stay in rehab, and that is when the odd behaviour really began. It's after this stay that I really noticed the odd behaviour, the breakdown of her visitation rights with her kids. During this time, of course, she is trying to come back to the top with new music, and little mishaps seem to be happening to her along the way. The main thing that is hard to understand is Britney's behaviour with her kids. But since we are never hearing from her, it's hard to know what the truth is. I know that I have seen targets get their kids taken away by the system and then be forced to say and do anything to get them back. All I know is it has always seemed odd that Kevin Federline should be considered a more fit parent than Britney, or even her mother. To me, I can believe that Britney would want to do everything to keep Kevin away from her kids, including a 3-hour standoff with police. It's amazing how he is suddenly Father of the Year. I also think that Britney has never had the best family influence, but as we all know, most targets of the system are families who are already down with the system and would happily go along with making a person look crazy. My family is no exception to this rule, just like most other targets. I will be really worried if she goes on medication or starts to hear voices after this day. Watching Britney's case, all I can say is, if I did not know about how the system takes people down a year ago, I would have just flat out gone with the girl that is mentally unstable, even knowing what I know. It's still hard for me to not think that she might be mentally unstable. But knowing what I know, I'm aware that there is the possibility that the system could be trying to take her down. Remember Theresa Duncan? I've read this all before and it's all the same shit, as you see. They made her look nuts as well before her unfortunate suicide. Well, what seems to be suicide? Boingboing.net. Update on Jeremy Blah. If Britney goes on meds and we find her dead or something, I would not be surprised. They are setting the stage for it. The problem with the system bringing you down is that the target never gets to tell their side of things, and they often don't know exactly what is happening to them. Here is some of the crazy stuff Britney has been accused of listed below. There is other more odd behaviour, but unless you are seeing both sides of the story, don't even begin to think you are looking at the whole puzzle. At other times, she has arrived at public events in short skirts and without underwear, shaved her head bald, ran over a photographer's foot, left the scene of a fender bender, flogged another car with an umbrella, and abandoned a car in traffic when it had a flat tyre. Earlier this week, she was photographed holding her pet dog and crying. I was not sure if I should blog about this or not. I am not saying that every person that has a breakdown is getting gang stalked. You hear that just now, click? But I am saying that in the case of Britney Spears, there is some reason to believe and suspect that this is what might be happening.